shook that excess cookie.
Good morning, Althea. Good morning, good morning. Good morning out there in the balcony. I see you. I'm Jenny Castleberry, and I'm a proud board member and part of the team that is bringing you diverse, eclectic, fun, high-energy Sundays as we move toward getting a new spiritual director who will then take that lead over. We're getting closer and closer. In fact, today is another candidate. You'll meet Robert in a moment. And you might have noticed that I am not Rick Kinsman. Rick has a lot of flair. It's true. Rick would wave with his right arm, but it is in a sling and a cast. So say a little extra prayer for Rick for a speedy recovery on some shoulder surgery. Otherwise, he'd be right up here. He's tripping on all those painkillers that they give you, so it actually would have been a lot of fun to have something. We totally should have done that. Totally should have done that. But what I'd like to do is go straight into getting us in the zone, to getting us relaxed and calm, here and present from all of our strivings to get here. So as you are comfortable, if you would close your eyes, take a nice deep belly breath. And a long exhale. Just kind of wiggle a little bit. If you have anything that needs to be turned off, like a cell phone, go for it. If you have anything in your lap that you can just set down on the ground, it will be just fine. Just fine. Take another relaxed deep belly breath. And I want you to imagine that it's a day as beautiful as it really is out there right now. And you're next to a bubbling brook that has green space all around it. There's a perfect place for you to sit in a chair, on a cushion, on the grass. And you just plop down and take a look at that bubbling brook. And you'll notice that leaves are going by on that stream. Just quietly floating. You watch each one. Different colors of fall leaves. And you notice that the thoughts that come up seem to be like those leaves. They just float on by. And you feel safe and relaxed. I'm going to give you just several moments of silence to be there, watching the leaves float by. And this is a great time to have gratitude, to be thankful for another beautiful day, another opportunity to share your love with everyone you meet, everyone you know, especially with yourself. It's another opportunity to let go, to try to have a lighter heart, more buoyancy. Just let it go. You woke up this morning, you took a breath, and here you are. So it's another day to write a page in that book you're writing. It's another day to book that trip. Maybe a few months down the road. But thank you, Great Spirit, all that is one, for another opportunity. And now, let's come back, open your eyes, say goodbye to the brook, the babbling brook, and hello to the beautiful people around you. And this beautiful space and a very, very cool Sunday. All right. Let's see, we're going to do announcements toward the end. We're now going to have, let me back up. For those of you who haven't been here, last Sunday, we had an amazing speaker named Catherine, who was one of our spiritual director candidates. If you weren't here, you can check it out, go to our website, and you can watch the recording. That's what I did because I wasn't here last Sunday. So check her out. This Sunday is going to be Robert. He'll be up here in a bit after we have some music. And do we have confirmation on next Sunday yet? We don't. Ooh, somebody just need to show up. I know. It's going to be fun. But you can see what we're doing is we're trying to use these Sundays that are coming up so that you can actually see some of these folks who might become our spiritual director. So we'll keep you posted on that. What I'd like to do now is invite Daryl Johnson up to give our Stay With Me, which is a huge part of who we are and the 130 years that we've been around. We can take it from there, Daryl.
Please stand as you're able and join me in this Take With Me, followed by You Are the Face of God, several times. God is all, both invisible and visible. One presence, one mind, one power is all. This one that is all is perfect life, perfect love, and perfect substance. We are individualized expressions of God, and are ever one with this perfect life, perfect love, and perfect substance. You are the face of God. I hold you in my heart. You are a part of me. You are the face of God. You are the face of love. I hold you in my heart. You are my family. You are the face of love. Thank you so much. I'd like to invite our guest musician. Our featured musician today is Medushi Goyle, also known as Mr. Krebs. So if you want to go on social media to find Medushi, you can look for her under Mr. Krebs. And I think I'm just going to let her music speak for itself, and she can give whatever introduction she thinks appropriate. So this is Medushi Goyle. Thanks.
Hi everybody, thanks for having me today. So as Daryl was saying, and just so nicely introduced me, I'm Medushi Goyle. If you want to follow me on Instagram, it's Mr. Knobs, so that's MR_KNOBS. Like a knob that you would turn around on a mixing board, I guess. So this song I wrote kind of recently, and it kind of just came out when I was thinking about the kind of what Ginny was saying with the beauty of the world and how they plan for everything, and if things change, how do people react, and so let me know what you think.
And for those of you who think, she looks familiar, it is because she was one of our guest artists on Mother's Day. And we were just coming back into being in person. And there was a Mother's Day panel. Her mother was on the panel, and she was our performance artist. And the coolest thing also is that she and her mother did a chant, a cappella, in Sanskrit that they do every day. Your mom said, really? Oh, wow. It was transformative. And we keep saying that they're going to have to come back and do that again for us. Her mother did say she would come back and speak, so who knows? It might come together. We like to say hello to new people who are first-timers at Althea. So we're going to put you just a little bit on the spot so we can hand you a beautiful yellow flower. If you could raise your hand if this is your first time here. Awesome, awesome, awesome. I see several. Keep raising that hand. to say hello and to give you the COVID elbow as we wear our masks. Yep, we got a Broncos fan. Well, look at it. And I just want to say, since we're talking about football, that my alma mater, Oklahoma State University, is undefeated in the Big 12. I just want to say that out loud. Thank you. Because we're talking about football. Thank you, Bronco player. Okay, we got everybody? Wonderful. Now we have the main message. This is coming, as I say, from one of our candidates for spiritual director, the Reverend Robert Brzezinski. He holds a master's in consciousness studies. He is an ordained minister of religious science and considers himself a multi-passionate entrepreneur. His lifelong quest for truth has led him through various philosophies and communities. He finds himself at a unique crossroads of spirituality and social experience. Robert's vision for the future of a spiritual community bridges the in-person and the virtual experiences and brings focus to how we serve those yet to awaken to their spiritual magnificence. With his message entitled Creating a Beloved Community, Destiny Unbound, please give him a warm Althea welcome. Robert.
Good morning, Althea. Good morning. That feels a little hot. We might be able to put plastic frozen. I need to begin today by being very, very clear. I'm not here to get a job. I'm not here today to sell you on why I'm a good candidate. Your board's already done that for you. I'm not here to try to convince you as a community to be anything other than you already are. The journey of ministry is strange, weird. And in just over 20 years of being involved in the New Thought philosophy, well, I've learned a few things. I've learned a few things about the philosophy as a whole, New Thought. This massive container of consciousness and philosophy and thought and belief. And I would be remiss if I didn't just soak in the fact that I am sitting at the birthplace, that I am on the stage where so much of it all began. And we know that was 100 plus years ago, and that's cool. And New Thought has emerged and evolved over time, over all these couple hundred years now. Althea, this community, has forever been at the very tip of that evolution, has forever been at the very thrust of what New Thought can be in the world. Now, having been down the road of considering being a pastor of a community, a spiritual director of a community at various times in my life, I need you to know I wasn't looking for you. But boy, are you attractive. So I started doing what I've got to do. I started looking at the similarities. And the list is long, and my computer didn't do what it was supposed to do yesterday afternoon and didn't save my slides. So trust me that this would be up there. We've heard the divine science statement of being this morning. Yes? Did we listen there? No. I saw a lot of people that know that by heart. Unity, their vision, advancing the global movement of spiritual awakening and transformation through unity. The mission to, that's a typo, and serve through prayers, publishing, and community. Centers for Spiritual Living, our mission, provide spiritual tools for personal and global transformation. The purpose, to awaken humanity to its spiritual magnificence. A vision is a world that works for everyone. I'm going to go through these quick, because there's a lot of organizations around this thing called New Thought. The International New Thought Alliance, now that one's like 4 paragraphs, way too long. Affiliated New Thought Network, also very lengthy, but I love this part. The Affiliated New Thought Network is a loving, expanding alliance of thought leaders and spiritual communities empowered to serve our members in actualizing each one's unique creative potential. Association for Global New Thought. Then we get the individual organizations. Those that are not global organizations, but are individually sharing the word and the work that is New Thought. Agape International Spiritual Center. Oh look, Mile High Church. If you haven't been, it's different there. Mile High Church, oneness revealed a world of peace, love, and prosperity for all to serve as a spiritual beacon for personal empowerment, global enlightenment. Here's an organization I like, the New Thought Media Network. We're a global broadcast network of positive music, media, and entertainment, inspiring humanity's evolution along the journey of enlightenment, creating a world of love, peace, empowerment, and prosperity for all. The Althea Center, this is what it really got to. A leading, innovative, and cherished sanctuary for dynamic spiritual education, transformative experience, and compassionate, inclusive community with a focus on the mystical path, the evolution of consciousness, and the mission, awakening the spirit of oneness and all. I got through all of that material over the last several weeks, and I've been looking and searching. What is it about Althea? What is it about this community? Beyond the history, beyond the building, beyond the philosophy, it's you. Althea would be nothing without you. In New Thought, we teach that you are a divine expression of the one, of the whole. You are perfect and complete just as you are right now. There is nothing to be fixed with you, nothing to be changed within you. Maybe we want to look at a few things in our lives a little differently. But ultimately, you get to be you. And you know what? Althea gets to be Althea. And the beauty is, I get to be me. I said, I'm not here to try to convince you of everything, of anything. But I do feel I have to share some of how we came to this deep, deep calling. How I feel I came to this calling, to be even here with you today. Along everyone's journey, I believe we each have a calling. Some might call that a purpose, some might call it whatever you want to call it. The dictionary calls it a deep urge. And it links the word calling with vocation. Now, vocation is actually a sacred term. As far back as I can trace that term, vocation is the sacred work that we do. I believe each and every one of you has within you a vocation, a sacred calling, a sacred work that you are here to fulfill, that you are already fulfilling. And if you don't feel like you're doing that, well, that's a good space to have a conversation. That's a good space to get with one of our prayer practitioners. It's a good place to get together with someone you know or trust, another minister or someone that you can get with and say, man, what is it I'm really supposed to be doing here? Now, knowing Althea also places a high value on the mystical path. It surprises me not that you've actually already been doing all of this. You've already been in this place of attracting your next leader, your next cooperative leader, let's say. You've already been in the process of looking at what is the highest and the best vision for Althea. You've been doing that with Reverend Mary Jo. I've been watching, she's been doing great work, Helen supporting you in coming to this understanding, this idea. This is what is mine to do, but more importantly, this is what is ours as a community to do. Althea is forever, no matter the name, no matter the time, no matter who is up here every Sunday or not. Althea has always been about, I believe, going beyond. The talk title today, Creating a Beloved Community. I'm real big on definitions. I'm real big on making sure that what we're talking about, we got an idea what that really means. And in this sense of building, building, envisioning, imagining a beloved community, we go beyond, quote, our destiny unbound. I look at destiny as the points of light, the places along our journey where we are given an opportunity to check in with that vision. Today is my destiny to stand here. Not for some highfalutin reason, not because somebody might notice, not because there's like 1,000 people out there in Facebook land. Hello, folks. Glad you're with us. Remember, anytime you hear a minister use like percentages or numbers, you got to remember 85% of all statistics are made up on the spot simply to prove the point of the person that's speaking. So you know. Hi, 1,000 people on Facebook. I still love it when you laugh at my jokes. Thank you. You're so kind. Destiny is about the waypoints where we get to check in and say, is this really where I'm supposed to be? Maybe yes, maybe not. Either way is good. Because following that check-in point, following that moment, you get the chance to say, I'm going this way, or maybe I'm going to go another direction. Where do I feel called? What is it that will never let go? In the visioning process, we talk about it all the time. What are the things that keep showing up, that never go away? Every time you sit in the visioning process, this comes up. It might happen in your meditations. If you're unfamiliar with visioning, it might happen in any of your contemplations. Something that keeps showing up, keeps knocking on the door, keeps telling you, you've got to go do this. For me, as far as I run and as hard as I might run, Spirit keeps pulling me back to community. Not just Sundays, not just Wednesday nights, not just a board meeting once a month, not just dropping in on the men's group or the women's group, not just building a youth program, not just any of that. Community is about the heart. Community is about the fact that I can look out and know your name, and when our hearts vibrate together, that we come into that single path, we come into that vibration together. Community, we talk about oneness, but in community there is no one. There's no one leader. There's no one person that has to sign off on it. Luckily in churches, there's not just one person that signs the checks. There's not just one person checking in on people when they need support. Everyone in the community does it. If you'd like a little glimpse into my mind, you're not going to hear all of that. I guarantee it. I don't know, can I have another 20 minutes? Man, take off the jacket. I felt like I've been at home since the minute I walked in this morning. I felt like there is a place, and part of it is I've been setting myself up for it. My youngest got a 3D printer. Can you all see that? So we've been having some fun with his 3D printing. If you show up at the deep dive, there might be more than just one of these in the building. But you might have to show up at the deep dive to find out. And in this process, my youngest printed something for me that I had never even imagined. How many people here feel they have an animal totem of some sort? I've seen butterflies around the room today. I'm a big dragonfly person. Actually, butterflies kind of became dragonflies for me. And my youngest printed this. I don't know if you can all see it. It's a gecko. Now, I am an incredible tactile learner. If you look at my desk, there's a million things, and I have my fingers doing something when I'm working, when I'm touching, when I'm learning, when I'm with people. As you progress, as you move forward in this process for your community, and in this process for yourself, I invite you to find the things that are sacred. Sometimes you don't even know it. I'm not a big gecko guy. I don't buy their insurance. Never been all that big on lizards. Before the pandemic, we tried lizards in the house, a couple of them. They didn't do very well. Rest their soul. What I learned about lizards and geckos is they have the ability to move between dimensions, between two worlds. The spiritual and everything else out there. I believe Althea is being called to be more out there. I think every spiritual community across the planet is being called to be more out there. To work with the two worlds. Yes, to be in our sacredness. Yes, to be in our community. And yes, to take what we know, how this works, and use it out in the world. In our businesses, in our homes, in our families, in our schools, in all of it. I saw the sign for the Women's Homeless Shelter. I know you're doing this work. I'm feeling called to be a part of it. And if you'll have me, I would love to give you all of my heart. Giving you my wife might be another story. Every spiritual community I introduce her to, they just love her and will not let her go. Right now, she's under the auspice of Center for Spiritual Living Boulder Valley with the great Reverend Jody David. Stevenson is in the back. Thank you, Jody. And you won't get her away from now. Maybe. We might have something. For 20 years now, I've been in the visioning process. About 5 years ago, I added a question. What is my soul's purpose? And I forget when it started, but I know it's never gone away. And every time I ask that question, I get love and be loved. Love and be loved. And it only took about a year or two before I realized that be loved is really beloved. Love and beloved community. No question in my heart, you are destined to go beyond the wildest imagination you have for this community, beyond the wildest dream you have for this community. There is no question in my heart, you are destined. You have been, in the past 9 months, you've been going through this point, and this is the point of light, this fall, right here before the end of the year. You are in this season of renewal. And I personally really look forward to seeing how it all turns out. Thank you for having me. I love you. I'm not sure where that emotion comes from. I do want to invite you back to the workshop, the deep dive. I would like to do a quick prayer before we're completely done. I just want to share one other joke that I didn't get to use. At one community a long time ago, I gave a talk and someone came up and said, "That was amazing." I said, "If you think that was good, make sure you bring your seatbelt next week." She did. Showed up next week, gave me a seatbelt. I used that seatbelt to remind us we're all here together. And when we stay together, when we stay bound together, that's what a seatbelt does. It binds us into our environment. When we stay bound together, there's nowhere we can't go. If you're the type to pray, you're comfortable enough to close your eyes, please do so. If you're the type to stand during a prayer, please do so. Regardless of all of that, I just invite you into a moment of recognizing that there is only one power, one presence, one infinite intelligence that's moving and breathing and having its being as all of life. My life, the lives of each and every one in this congregation, in this room at this time, everyone watching online, everyone across this entire planet, a divine expression of the one, whole, complete, and perfect, just as they are, just as you are. I am so filled with a deep, deep sense of thanksgiving, a deep sense of excitement for the revelation that is upon each of us. For we are each the perfect hands and the heart of the divine, each one bringing a unique set of gifts and skills and talents to this thing called life, each one being called to give of those gifts in amazing ways. And that is good. That is glorious. And so I know that there is a movement upon the planet, the movement that is the Althea Center for Engaged Spirituality. And that movement is lifting up a divine ideal. It's forecasting a great and glorious vision. And it is activating that vision, moment by moment by moment. This community, the hands and the heart of the divine. I'm so grateful to be part of this, so grateful to witness this, so grateful to allow this work to flow in this divine sacred space that I just get out of the way and let it be. And so it is. And amen. And ashe. And yippee-ki-yay. Thank you so much for being with us. I totally lost track of where we're supposed to be.
Because I think we have a reader next. We'll sort it out, Robert. Actually, no, those aren't right. We do have a reader and Picard. Come on up. Robert chose some excerpts from the various speeches by Reverend Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. A beloved community is a global vision in which all people can share in the wealth of the earth. In the beloved community, poverty, hunger, and homelessness will not be tolerated because international standards of human decency will not allow it. Racism and all forms of discrimination, bigotry, and prejudice will be replaced by an all-inclusive spirit of sisterhood and brotherhood. It is this type of spirit and this type of love that can transform opponents into friends. The type of love that I stress here is not eros, a sort of aesthetic or romantic love, not philia, a sort of reciprocal love between personal friends, but it is agape, which is understanding goodwill for all. It is an overflowing love, which seeks nothing in return. It is the love of God working in the lives of all. This is the love that may well be the salvation of our civilization. It is the love which will bring about miracles in the hearts of men and women everywhere. Our goal is to create a beloved community. And this will require a qualitative change in our souls, as well as a quantitative change in our lives. Thank you, Anne. And we would like to welcome back up on the stage our musical guest, Vidushi Goyal. And here's the intro that we had written up for her. She is an eclectic singer-songwriter turned producer. She performs as Mr. Knobs, again that's MR_KNOBS. She performs with vigor and emotion as they take you through a nihilistic lens on love and life. Take it away, Vidushi.
So this song I wrote, and I think it's pretty applicable for today in terms of community. It's about the environment and how it's the biggest threat to all of us and climate change. And how even among those moments we still end up being a little bit selfish, knowing that the only way to actually change anything is by banding together. So let me know what you think. Don't know what they want from me. Everything that I ever gave was free. Reading under apple trees, waiting to learn about gravity. Want you to be needy, asking me out to some afternoon tea. You wanna say the bumblebees, all I can think of is your lips on me. Bum, bum, bumblebee. Bum, bum, bumblebee. Bum, bum, bumblebee. See me, I'm going to work on under Please save the bees, please save me. Flowers and trees done with the bourgeoisie. Please save the bees, please save me. Flowers and trees done with the bourgeoisie. Please save the bees, please save me. Flowers and trees done with the bourgeoisie. Please save the bees, please save me. See me, heart beat to like
So if the message on a Sunday is, let's say, our head and even our heart, or maybe the dining afterwards is our heart, music is our soul. Music is so important to Althea. We always have professional musicians. We have people who actually get paid out in the real world. And speaking of being paid, it actually costs money to run this place. This is the time in the service when we're going to pass a basket around, and we are unashamed to say that we need your financial help. because we don't have a benefactor or a foundation that supports us. You all support us. Now, I can be up here and not put money in that basket because I'm signed up to do Evergreen through my bank account every month. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. I recommend it. But you go ahead and pass those baskets around, y'all, away from me. You're going to see a basket go, oh yes, I'll talk about the gift jar as well. So, the basket is for cash, obviously, or jewelry, I suppose. We also have this cool new technology called a dip jar that is in the back, and afterwards, you take out a credit card, it is touchless, so it's perfect for COVID, and you dip it once, twice, 100 times. It's preset for an amount. So that's another way to give, or online, as I say, because we do support our musicians, our guest speakers, everyone just about that you see on the stage, except board members who are filling in, is compensated. So thank you very much for that. We'll give it a moment to go around. And Nancy Driver, come on up, because she's going to bless all of your wonderful offerings as soon as they're ready to rock and roll. Getting close.
Let's just take this time and just close our eyes and breathe in that breath of life. Let us welcome in the divine spirit, life, and love. And we'll bring in that bubbling brook that we opened with, and those beautiful aspen trees. Oh, how they are such a community. Their roots are bound together. They cannot survive without one another. And as we move into fall, oh, those leaves of green that just quake in the sunlight, they are now quaking in a golden, beautiful magnificence. And they're turning to gold and reds and oranges, just as this community also is transforming and showing its multicolors. Oh, we all are just expressions of those aspen leaves. And from that place of expressing our colors, we are also expressing our abundance, our love, our beautiful prosperity as a community. And oh, we just have so much gratitude for what this community brings to us and what we bring to this community. And from this space of gratitude, we just say, thank you, thank you, thank you, Spirit. And we release this, and so it is. Amen.
There we go. Now, as we are wrapping up and coming to the end of our service, we like to give you a few announcements. You do have programs which are going to tell you most of this. You can always go to altheacenter.org. That should have the latest and greatest. If you aren't signed up for our newsletter, you can sign up for that in the back. Then we'll have your email, and we can send this to you every week. A couple of things I do want to announce. After this, we have coffee and tea, complimentary coffee and tea, and usually some sweets. Where's Sarma? Did you bake us something? Oh, girl. So homemade sweets this week, courtesy of Sarma, who is who leads our volunteer effort. We also have what's called a deep dive. This will happen around 12:15. It's going to be in the historic library, which is just behind there. And this is where the speaker for the day goes deeper into the subject. What's cool is you get to interact. So you get to talk about what you thought about it. You get to ask questions. You get to interact with the people around you. It's a very cool experience, and I highly encourage you to go. And when COVID allows us, we're going to, of course, go back to having a dining room with an amazing lunch. That's still in the works right now because we have to stay safe and get those numbers back down. But that would also normally take place after if you're not used to what we do. We also have something very special called prayer partners. If something about this service affected you, if you have something that you are praying for, a new job, health, or you just want to say thank you, you just need a little bit of guidance and you'd love to have someone who's been trained in affirmative prayer sit next to you and walk you through the process, we have that right after the service. So before you go grab a cup of coffee, and I believe it's Mike and Connie Carter who will be doing that again for us today. Woohoo, there they are, the dynamic duo. And Connie, so Rick is laughing at that. Okay, I think the Oxycontin just kicked in there after shoulder surgery. Woo, he's gonna do a little dance. Thank you, Rick. But Connie will be leading us here in just a moment. If you want to start coming on up, I don't know if you want to start coming up on the way around. She's going to close us out with a prayer. We have a symposium coming up, October 16th. It's a Saturday from 9 a.m. to 4. It's a big deal. It's going to be very, very cool. A lot of speakers. Everyone should have the information. Again, it's on our website. They have a volunteer list in the back if you want to help out. What they really need right now, the #1 volunteer spot, and you get a free ticket to the event if you're willing to do this. They need someone to run and get lunch and bring it right back. And Colfax Marathon's going on. Hello, that Saturday. So that means it's going to be extra fun. So if you want to be that volunteer or just learn more about it, Tim Wilson, raise your hand. The man in the Mariposa butterfly t-shirt can tell you all about it. Let me see if there's anything else I don't want to forget.
Is it live?
Yes and no?
We have a total of 6 speakers. The schedule's on the back of the flyer. 4 of them will be in person.
So 4 in-person speakers,
and
2 virtual, and 1 is even a recording. Is that correct? Like they're not
Dr. Jonathan will be a recorded video and
recorded video.
and then a presentation from Minneapolis that'll be a live Zoom.
Oh, awesome.
Coming into this space.
Okay, so Tim can tell you more about it. So it's a hybrid, live and virtual. Next Sunday is New Member Sunday. So roll out for that. And if you would like to find out more about what it means to be a new member, when you go in the dining room to have coffee today, we're going to have a quick little discussion, maybe 15 minutes, about a little more about Althea. You can ask questions, find out what it means to be a new member. So roll out for that.
We'll need a round table in the corner.
Oh, the round table in the corner of the dining room. I would normally talk about what speakers are coming up, but we are still working out next Sunday for New Member Sunday. And next time I'll tell you all the other cool people that are on the list to come. I'm not going to go through all the classes and offerings. You know how to do that yourself. But I do want to thank everyone who made this Sunday possible, which is a whole bunch of volunteers and staff. A big round of applause. Absolutely. Thank you so much. We have Starla in the back. Rick Stanton, who's so talented, he not only plays piano, but he runs this place on the administrative side all the time. We do have our board of directors who are ever-changing. Bob Marcos, stand up, let us see you. He's our newest board member. I'm putting you on the spot. We're so happy to have him. He's talented, experienced, he's a great speaker. And I think that's just about everything and everybody. And thank you, Robert, for getting up here and sharing with us your vision. So please stay. Connie, on to you.
Okay, so now it's that time that we really get to feel the love, the gratitude that has brought us together. And so let's take this moment as we go within and just feel it. Just know that community of love that we were looking for, we embodied, and it is here now. It is that one place, that one open heart, that essence of God that is alive within all of us. And so in that aliveness, we say thank you. We say thank you for all of the good that is unfolded in the last hour, for all of the good that is unfolding in, through, and Anne's life. We say thank you for the abundance, for the fullness, for the power to create, to be. And as we acknowledge and know the fullness of our hearts, we go forward into our week, knowing that this time has enriched us, has held us, has become us. And so we let go. We let it be so. And we know it is done. And so it is. Amen. Go forth in love and in peace.
Oh, there it is, right there. Today, our community song was actually a suggestion by our guest speaker, Robert Brzezinski. So please stand as you're able and join Rick and I and let there be sung.
Let there be peace.